It's really easy to look at these horrendous pictures of Gaza flattened, of the bombing still going on in Ukraine, and think, what has the laws of war done? What have they done to constrain either, say, Russia deciding to invade Ukraine twice, or what Israel is doing in Gaza? What have they done? And let me say just straight out, there is force in this first question, because there is no question that the most powerful countries can decide to set these things aside, as China essentially does with the laws of the sea at the moment, and with parts of the UN Charter that deal with sovereignty, and as the US has, in a sense, always done, claiming something of a special role in the humanitarian laws that it helped create after the Second World War in the Geneva Conventions and so on, saying, look, because of our status then as the world's policeman, we don't want all of this to apply to us. So that has always been there. All the same, I think you can say that the laws of war really do constrain not just, there's two parts of them, when countries go to war, but also how they conduct that war. They allow for the forming of coalitions, say the 1991 coalition when Iraq invaded Kuwait, and the coalition against that to drive that back, but also the coalition to support Ukraine now, to arm it, and to talk about seizing Russian assets and using those either to repair Ukraine or indeed to defend it. The basis of that, the legitimacy of that action, is international law. And the fact that Ukraine has stuck acting in self-defense to the laws of war, and Russia has not, both in its invasion of Ukraine and in the way it has not distinguished enough between civilians and combatants, that has been enormously to Ukraine's advantage in building international coalitions. It also constrains the way, and it's a sort of a subtle point, but the way national forces in countries that choose to follow these laws, the way national forces behave. They know if they breach those. There's always cases about the SAS going on at the moment in Afghanistan, and that most cases brought under international law are actually in national courts about behaviors of military. But those military codes happen a lot. And they give, I think most importantly, they give the basis for the use of force by other countries, whether it is military, whether it is economic sanctions, or whether it is the international courts of justice and the criminal court. They give the basis, the legitimacy for other countries to act together. So in answer to the question, yes, the strongest may decide that these laws do not apply to them, but every other country that is not one of the strongest needs those laws, and they know it, and that is the reason they turn to those laws in order to act together.